Complementos por Ada, Adela y Miguel. Identification and explanation por Ada. The complementos directos are me for yo, te for tú, lo la for él, ella, usted, nos for nosotros, os for vosotros, and los las for ellos, ellas, and ustedes. The direct object pronouns are used to shorten a sentence and they replace a noun. For example, lo would replace el perro, la would replace la comida, and so on. The complementos indirectos are the same except for le in the el, ella, usted form and les in the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. The indirect object pronouns are used to shorten a sentence and they explain who is receiving the noun or object being given. For example, if you are giving your dog to me, das un perro a mí becomes me, lo, das, me being the indirect object and lo being the direct object. The reflexives are the same except for se in the el, ella, usted form and se also in the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. The only difference between the reflexives and the other object pronouns is that you use the reflexive to say you are doing an action unto yourself. Examples of reflexive verbs are divertirse, alegrarse, and ponerse.
The order and location of the pronouns by Miguel. There are three main ways in which you place a pronoun. If the verb in the sentence has already been conjugated, place the pronoun or pronouns before the conjugated verb. For example, mi novio te la escribió una carta romántica a ti y no estoy feliz. If the sentence contains an infinitive and you are adding the pronouns, place them after and connected to the infinitive. Do not forget to add accents for anything 3 syllables or longer. Profe Howard quiere darnosla más tarea a nosotros por estar de mal humor. Finally, if the sentence has a present participle or present progressive, the pronouns are located after and connected to the participle. An accent will be placed on the second to last syllable of the word. ¿Por qué continúas leyéndose la carta a tus amigos cuando ellos no quieren oír la noticia triste? Order of the pronouns. Reflexives. There's only the conjugated verb with the reflexive. The pronoun can go only in one place, before the verb. However, if there is also an infinitive, the pronoun may also go after the infinitive. Nos ponemos de acuerdo is an example of when it may only come before. However, me estoy volviendo loco can also be estoy volviéndome loco. When you have two pronouns, never separate them with the verb. For example, you will not say me dices lo el tiempo a mí, but instead you would correct it using me lo dices el tiempo. Next, the Tamibro rule. If there are two pronouns of the letter L, such as le or las, you must change the indirect to se. Do not say los chicos le las confesaron las verdad a sus padres. Instead, los chicos no se la confesaron la verdad a sus padres. The general order is reflexive, which always takes priority, then indirect, and then direct.
Okay, this is Practice with Complementos by Adela. Practice with complementos. The first sentence is Rosa Stacken da unas galletas a Adela. Highlight the direct in green and the indirect in pink. So unas galletas is the direct and a Adela is the indirect. Unas galletas goes to las and a Adela goes to le, but it goes to se because you cannot have le las. So the final sentence would be Rosa se las da. The next sentence is Me gusta mucho sacar una fotografía a ellos. So highlight una fotografía in green because it's the direct and a ellos in pink because it's the indirect. La fotografía goes to la because it is feminine and singular, and a nosotros goes to nos because that's the indirect. So the final sentence would be Me gusta mucho sacarnos la because it is infinitive, so you put it at the end and add an accent. Next sentence is Tú estás diciendo las noticias a mí. Highlight las noticias in green because it's the direct and a mí in pink because it's the indirect. Las noticias goes to las because it is feminine and plural. A mí goes to me because it is to me. The final sentence is Tú estás diciéndome las because it is the present progressive, and so you put it at the end and then add an accent. Last sentence says Mi mamá cocina un pollo para vosotros. Mi mamá cocinó un pollo is the direct, and para vosotros is the indirect. Un pollo goes to lo because it is singular and masculine. Para vosotros goes to os because it's for you all. The final sentence is mi mamá os lo cocina.